NorthCoast has 13 employees. When we started out, we had 7, so 13 and a half. So we've almost doubled in size. You know, and size isn't always a great thing. I mean, people sometimes wear that as a badge of honor, but I think, you know, when we hire slowly. We just want to make sure we have the work to, you know, always go along with the employees. I'm Jay Schillinger, president of NorthCoast Productions. We are a full-service video production company located in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I graduated college from the University of Minnesota, and I was a wrestler for them. And I always wanted to move to LA, and I'd written a screenplay in college. Disney ended up optioning that screenplay, so that's why I moved out there. And they never made the movie, but because of that, I got the job in marketing. So I worked for them for 6 years, and then I sold a screenplay to Hemdale, and the movie was called The Marksman, and that movie ultimately got made. Worked for a company that was a pre-existing company called Pulse Communications, and then in 2009 I bought that and changed it to NorthCoast. You know, I enjoyed film, but ultimately I like being on the other side of the camera, the side of the camera you're on.
Right here, right there, looks kind of flat. We like a little dimension, a little bit of shadowing.
So my name is Nick George, and I'm an editor/producer. So what I do at this point is everything in the production side, not as much animation or graphics. We have a team for that, to arrange for shoots to happen, get our crew and account for all the gear, and then once we get all our footage we need from that shoot, arrange for editing and delivery. And that involves a lot of emails and phone calls, and not the most glamorous side of things, but a satisfying side. I'm working on a video for a company in Australia. It's kind of like a provider video. We have our graphics people send us the graphics we need to put on the video, and from there we turn over about 13 videos, I think.
I'm the art director, yes, which we're a full-service production studio, but what that means for us is I do everything from directing commercials to writing commercials or writing any sort of video, but then primarily I do a lot of animation. I'll do storyboards, pretty much anything, but it depends on the day. But I mean, and I'll even hold a camera some days. I'll go downstairs and I'll grip. We're jack of all trades in a sense, where you know, depending on the day, it's good to have an eclectic skill set so you can kind of jump into anything and help people out. But primarily as an art director, I'm writing storyboards. I'm doing a lot of concepting. I am also an animator. You can see some animation here that we do. And within animation, I specialize in 3D animation.
A typical day at NorthCoast, it can vary, which is kind of the best part about the job. We could either be going to a dealership to do those parking lot shots you'll see at Bergstrom's on those commercials, or maybe I'll be editing doctor videos today, or maybe we'll do something downstairs on the green screen for Oneida Casino.
December 31st at 10:30 p.m. Oneida Casino will be the place to be, providing free entertainment.
I would say no 2 days are the same, and each week is very different from each other.
Well, we'll have two things. We'll have ongoing projects that we kind of know, longer projects where we might have, let's say, for a company like J.J. Keller, a video on forklift safety, okay? And that'll be a project where you'll have graphics throughout, where there'll be lists of questions that the viewer can follow through. There might be animations in there of dangerous scenarios that we don't want to shoot, that we would rather do in animation so that no one gets hurt. But you know, on other days it may be a commercial for a TV spot. It could also be you know, like I said, writing that commercial. Or if it's a larger project, let's say for a company like KI, we might concept and come up with some ideas and then use that in a meeting to pitch to the client in order to move forward on a project.
Everyone that works in the production side of things all wear many hats. So if you'll talk to our producer, who is also an editor, you'll talk to our editor, who also goes on shoots and directs. But they need to set up appointments. You need to do all kinds of stuff behind the scenes of what you see on a monitor or a television. it's a lot of prep work, and email becomes your top priority.
From 2009 to now, the technology has changed, and we have clients all over the world. Actually, we just did an animation project for a company in India. So it's cool. It's cool to see how the world's becoming smaller, and we can kind of get out of our Green Bay comfort zone a little bit, which is really exciting. The culture we have here at NorthCoast is the people really become friends with our clients and our customers, and they depend on us. And a lot of times, we don't let the bottom line budget always affect what we do. And that's why we like to work with the larger companies and really the ones that are going to be long-term relationships.
We're a full-service production studio, meaning that we can finish a project from beginning to end, from concepting all the way through post-production. And what that means is that we'll go to a client, we'll listen to their ideas, we'll come up with a script, we'll come up with a storyboard for them. We'll go there, we'll shoot the video and execute that video, then we'll bring it back, edit it, add graphics, and then do post-production on it, and then deliver it to them in whatever form that they need. We'll talk about just animation, okay? So let's say it's animation for something very simple like a car commercial, where it's just motion graphics and things like that. We'll be looking at, about a day to do something like that. It's a very quick turnaround for that. If it's something that's a little bit more detailed in the sense of there's a story to it and we're trying to tell that story, that could take weeks to do. For instance, for something like this, for KI, you're working on something like that for months at a time.
We understand that no 2 days are the same, and we will do whatever it takes to make sure everyone here can get a product delivered in a manner that makes us feel like we're proud to put our name attached to it.
One of the great things I think about NorthCoast, and I think we're hearing this from a lot of other presidents of companies, is we have a great culture here.